All right. I want to welcome you to the Do Work Podcast. My name is Diva, and today we're going to talk about having a winning mindset. We're going to talk about having a winning mindset. Every day I wake up to win. And every day I encourage those around me to wake up to win. How do we start to do that? Well, first we have to find our purpose and our why. A lot of people don't know why. Yes, it's a blessing to wake up every day, but like, why do you go to work? Why is your family important? Why is your job important? What deeper meaning does life have for you? What is your why? Heavy question, deep question. I want you to start to try and answer that. Why do you do what you do? Because once you begin to answer that, it'll give you some guidance. I recently said in a previous episode of the Do Work Podcast, I gave an analogy, little grim, but great analogy. If you had 6 months to live, all of a sudden, what would be the things, places, and people that would be important to you? What would you start to prioritize? What connections would you want to make? That mindset will help you start to find your why. So once we find our why and our purpose, now we're like, okay, new day, let's get after it. I want to win. You want to win? You have to be relentless in your pursuit of greatness. Relentless in your pursuit of greatness. What does that mean? Relentless. You can't give up. You can't give up. A lot of you are not where you want to be, not because you suck at what you do, not because you're not talented, because you just gave up. You get right to that place. It gets extremely painful, extremely uncomfortable, and you just let it go. It's too much. You can't handle it. A lot of people who win in life, like seriously, which, you've heard stories of various entrepreneurs, people who've overcome obstacles in life. A lot of people who are overcoming, they are not special. They are not superhuman. They are not unique. They are like you and I. The thing that separates maybe you from them is your efforts. You being relentless, not wanting to quit and not wanting to give up. You can't give up. You can't stop pushing forward. Success and happiness and all these things that we want come through discipline. And I talk a lot about discipline. I talk a lot about discipline in the newsletters I send out and in older podcast episodes. But the thing is this, discipline is simply this. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done day in and day out, even when you don't want to. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done day in and day out, even when you don't want to. Oh, you still hitting the snooze button? You still going in late? You calling out because you don't feel like it? You're not working on your side hustle because you're tired? That's not discipline. There are people who are getting things done merely and simply because they will not give up. And if you're giving up, you don't win. I love sports, right? It's Super Bowl week. And one thing about the sport of football and many sports, I love the energy and the focus of the elite athletes. Now, mind you, there are a lot of guys in the league, but everybody ain't elite. I like to watch the guys who put it all on the line day in and day out. I like to watch the guys where failure is not an option. I like to watch the legends like Tom Brady, who still manages to get it done. Not because he's special, but simply because he's relentless, he doesn't quit, and he's willing to work. And he's disciplined. The training doesn't change. What he needs to do to prepare for game day and the big game day doesn't change. He's always in it. So when we talk about winning mindset and we talk about being disciplined, the next issue we have to address is your consistency. How consistent are you? Whenever you're building anything, consistency is key. I don't care if we're talking about a business or we're talking about just habits. Consistency is key. And I'll tell you a story. When I first, before I had a brick and mortar, before I actually had a physical gym, I worked at another place, but I would do boot camp during the week and on the weekends in the morning. And let me tell you something. The first month or two of my boot camps, no one showed up. Nobody showed up. But if I said I was having a boot camp at 6 a.m. in the park, I showed up, even if nobody else didn't. If I said I was doing a second one at 7 p.m. that night and nobody showed up, I still showed up. It takes time to build. Winners know to be patient and be consistent. You got to show up until it happens. You have to assert the same work ethic, that winning work ethic, until that big thing, that it happens. It must be done. But where it gets crazy is most people, if nobody showed up to their boot camp after 30 days, they would have just stopped. Oh, I guess it's not going to work out. They would have stopped. They would have quit. And you can't do that. And to be 100% transparent, when I first opened my brick and mortar gym, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have any members. I just opened. I didn't have like a crazy $10 million marketing budget. I just opened. And we just kind of figured it out as we went. But there were days, even then, I'm offering all these classes and nobody came because I was still building. So what? Do I shut down because nobody showed up to class the first 2 months? No. You stay in. You consistently do it. You stay in the pocket. I love saying that. I say that to my kids. I'm like, yo, just stay in the pocket, man. You all over the place. Stay in the pocket. Stay in your lane. Stay in the zone. Do the work that needs to be done day in and day out over an extended period of time. Because a lot of people think consistency is, oh, I did something for 7 days straight. Now my life should change. No. Or hell, I did it for 30 days straight. I think my life should change. No. You have to be consistent. We are talking time. And I know social media got you guys thinking everything is a 7-day, 21-day, 30-day shift. I'll tell you this, because I actually just did a video and I said to try something for 30 days because I wanted them to feel it. Does it mean their life was going to change forever? No. But they can see the potential and what would happen if they continued along the path. You have to stay in the pocket. You have to be consistent. You have to stop making excuses. And I can't stand the excuses thing. Good Lord. I can't stand the excuses. Yo, We all have reasons why we can't, shouldn't, or flat out just don't want to do something that needs to be done. If you're going to commit to be somewhere, show up. If you're going to commit to build, build. Stop making excuses for why you can't, because there are people with less than what you have, less resources than what you have, and they're getting done. They're getting it done. What's your excuse? I have a love-hate with technology, but man, let me tell you, I am impressed. There are people making full-blown movies and commercials, not with fancy cameras, with their phones. There are no excuses anymore. Opportunity is out there. You're just not looking and you're not working. Opportunity is out there. I know people who are building $1 million online businesses, courses. Opportunity is out there. Let's be honest. There are people who now make full-time living just creating content. The thing you do when you're sitting there consuming for an hour a day. There is so much opportunity. There are so many ways to win. There are so many ways to secure your future. But the common denominator in all those equations is you. So what are you going to do? What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? What are you willing to sacrifice? Will Smith gives a great analogy. He says, they're like, oh, why you so great, Will? What drives you? He said, you know what's different between me and everybody else? I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. He said, I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. He said, you're getting out first or I'm going to die. Whoa, shit is heavy. And we wonder why he's one of the greats. You want everybody to support your dreams and your goals, but you ain't even supporting yourself yet. You're not even living up to the expectations that you have set for yourself. You sidetracked, side hustling. How you expect people to believe in you? And mind you, you need them to believe in you, because I tell you all the time, people won't believe in you till you win. So what we need to do, we need to win. How do we win? By living up to the level and expectations we set for ourselves. And if you're like, Diva, I don't even know what that is. I don't know where to start. Switch your circle. Get around some winners. I promise you the conversation is different. Way different. Even in their failures, they are discussing what they can do to change and turn it around, what they learned, and how they can make it better. You have to have the winning mindset all the time. You have to be committed to your goals and your passions all the time. You don't get to take shortcuts on this. You got to do the work. Even if you're listening to me right now, you're like, Dave, I got this. Until you do it, you ain't got nothing. It's talk. Stop talking. Do the work. Do the work. Stop making fake promises to yourself, to your family, your loved ones. Do the work. How about you don't let you down? Do the work. You got this moment in time right now. I can't stress enough how we live in a world of infinite possibilities. I don't care about race, gender, religion, none of that. And I know I was like, no, Diva, you can't, you being insensitive to, yes, we all have situations, problems, and everybody goes through shit. But in the same token, we know everybody in those same situations or problems that are winning, that probably have same skin color as you, same religion as you, minority or not. You can win. Women don't have the same opportunities. True. But there are women out here winning. You can win. You feel like you're being overlooked at your job? Look at what the top people are doing. How are they moving? Dan Pena says it best. He says, success leaves clues, and the man ain't never lied. I think he crazy as hell, but I love me some Dan Pena. Success does leave clues. It leaves clues. There's a blueprint. And if there isn't a blueprint, create your own. Create your own. We have so much option there. It's mind-blowing to me. When people say they can't, I look at them, I'm like, do me a favor and just say you don't want to. Say you won't. Don't say you can't. Just say you won't. Be honest with yourself. Winning mindset starts with honesty. Be honest with yourself. I used to tell people all the time when they would come to me with excuses, I'd be like, you know what? I just want you to say out loud, Diva, I don't want to do what you're telling me to do because it's too much work and I don't feel like it. Like, just say that. But don't tell me you can't look up how to start a business. Don't tell me you can't figure out how to lose weight. Information's out there. Don't tell me you can't figure out how to improve your relationship or your finances. Information's out there. When somebody tells me they can't do something, I'm like, no, you won't. So just say out loud. I want you to hear how crazy you sound. Say out loud, Diva, I don't want to do this. It's too much work. It sounds insane, but at least you're being honest with yourself. At least you're being honest with yourself. You want to win? Starts with honesty. Winning mindset starts with honesty. You wonder why you're failing at things? You ain't honest with yourself about what you want, how you're going to get there, how you're going to accomplish it. You don't even know. And instead of doing research or getting help, you just don't try. One thing about winners and people with winning mindsets, they try over and over and over again. When they fail, they're still failing forward. Why? Because there has been some progress in that struggle. Y'all not even trying. You want to win? Set your goals. Get focused. Stop making excuses for why you can't. And make it happen. Make it happen. I say all the time, I watch one of my favorite shows. One of my favorite shows is American Greed. And I'm going to tell you why. We all complain about how we can't do things or make money, whatever. Every time I watch American Greed, I am in shock. Because there is some guy or girl somewhere that has figured out how to not only swindle millions of people, they make it super lucrative and for the most part get away with it until they get caught eventually. And most times their business ideas and their concepts are solid, minus the illegal activity part. Like, if they did it legally, they would still win. People are getting it done, man. People are getting it done. You have to be resilient. which means you have to withstand adversity. You can manage that. You can do that. You haven't come this far just to come this far. So please, do yourself a favor. Recommit to your goals. Recommit to your passions. Dig deep, focus, buckle down, do the work, stay in your lane. Prove to yourself you can do it, because anything is possible. And it starts with you believing it's possible. It starts with you believing you can accomplish it. And once you got that, man, game on. Game on. Game on. I need you to really start to focus on that, family. It's a new day. It's a new day. You are the master of your fate. You control you. You control your thoughts. You control how you live your life. Anything you want to change starts with you. Wake up to win, fam. Wake up to win. I say it all the time. Have a plan. Go in head first. Overcommit. Take massive action. You got to go hard because something's going to hit. Something's going to hit. Something's going to catch. And that's the only way we're going to win. Wake up knowing failure is not an option today. I got to get this deal done. Failure is not an option today. I'm going to be the best parent ever. Failure is not an option today. I want to be the best spouse I can be, partner, whatever. Failure is not an option today. It's not. Not any day. Everybody's so impressed with The Rock. I love DJ. I think he's dope. But what we're watching and witnessing in his life and career, that shit ain't magic. You see the 20 years of work. We're also seeing the fruits of his labor. You watching LeBron? If you've been watching him since his high school days, you see, again, the 15 and 20 years of work. You look at Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he got it made. You see the years of work that he's put in. So we identify he lives the lifestyle that he lives now. The greats get to be great through doing the work. That's it. So why you think you're going to be different? I say, you're not special. We are not special. I don't care what you want out of life. I don't care what you want to accomplish. Doing the work is a necessity. And until you do it, you won't win. So you want to win? Do the work. Boom. That's it. You want to win? Do the work. Psh, man. All right. I'm done. Enough preaching for one day. I want you to go into this day with a fire and a passion. I want you to go into this day ready to win. I want you to go in this day ready to conquer your goals. And I want you to go into this day doing the work. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button. It will help me in the algorithm. Tell your friends. Share the message. Hell, story. We're on Spotify. Put it on repeat. I want you to win, guys. But the only way you're going to win, the only way you're going to become more successful is to get your mindset in order. All right, fam, remember, nothing changes unless you do. Nothing changes unless you do the work. Let's go.